I'm recording this on June 3rd, well before we have any announcement of the Direct actually happening, but if you're seeing this video, then it means that it is. As with every general Nintendo Direct, I've made a bingo card with all of my predictions. If I get 5 in a row like this, or this, I win. What do I win? Nothing, but that's besides the point. Anyway, the first space is a segment for the Zelda 40th anniversary. I mean, yeah, they did one for Mario, so this is basically a lock. The rumored Ocarina of Time remake will likely be the closer for that section of the Direct, which I think will be the beginning section of the entire presentation. At least I hope. I know that game will be a big deal, but ending a Direct on a remake of a nearly 30-year-old game is the greatest way to make me feel absolutely nothing. Third-party segment with mostly older games. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Overpriced, lazy port. Again, fairly self-explanatory. I'm talking something on the level of the Galaxy Games or Donkey Kong Country Returns HD levels of bad. This is our final announcement. Basically, the host will make a note that the next announcement is the final one. Star Fox reminder. The game is launching in just a few weeks, so I mean, it kinda has to be there. A Nintendo Today mention. They really like pushing this app in their directs now, so it wouldn't surprise me at all to hear the words Nintendo Today uttered at least once or twice. Switch Sports 2. Or Nintendo Switch 2 Sports or something like that. This is a thing that Nate the Hate, the guy who has gotten basically everything right, has said. He did also say that it could be a Switch 2 edition, which is why I put that there too, but I'm not entirely sure. Nintendo Switch Sports, Nintendo Switch 2 edition sounds so incredibly stupid. Hasn't stopped them with their Switch 2 titles before though. 3D Mario, I mean, I've got to at least mention it here. There's absolutely no way that is coming out this year. However, if it ends up being within the first half of 2027, then I feel like they've got to announce it. At least a tease at the end. There's no way they're only going to showcase this game in the possible September Nintendo Direct and then the possible February one. There's no way they're only doing 2 Directs for this game. Anyway, I think we all know what game it will be. Pikmin 4 Switch 2 Edition. I mean, sure, something for Nintendo Classics on Switch Online. Whether it's a new game getting added, a new lineup of games announced, or even a new console, I just think something will be there. Happens basically every presentation, so I'm not really making a very risky guess here. At least one new Switch 1 game with new in quotes. Just something to feed the people who haven't made the jump to Switch 2 yet. It's still such a large install base that you can't leave them with nothing. At least not right now. Now, I put new in quotes because I don't think it'll be an actually new game. Just a port or a remaster of something. This could be the overpriced lazy port, honestly. Minecraft for Switch 2. Yes, the Switch 1 version is playable on Switch 2, but I'm talking a full dedicated version for the console. This was recently rated by the ESRB, so chances are it's coming relatively soonish. I could easily see this being part of that third-party section with old games that I mentioned earlier. A new 99 game. It's been a while since the previous one, F-Zero 99, so I'd say we're about due. I still believe Dr. Mario 99 will be a thing one day, but we shall see. New Amiibo. More $30 plastic for some game is all but inevitable. I'd be more surprised if there wasn't at least one new Amiibo figure showcased. Tomodachi Life update. Maybe give us what the future of this game will be. It has sold incredibly well so far, so I would be extremely surprised if we don't get at least a few free updates. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking on my part because I still like the game, but it definitely needs more content. Not sure. Splatoon Raiders. Yeah. Farming games. There hasn't been a Direct in a very, very long time without a game that didn't at least have some farming or fishing mechanics. I mean, there was that one a few years ago where it became a running joke online with how many farming games there were. Super Mario Maker 3. This is my kind of out of nowhere prediction. I made an entire video as to why I think this is happening, so go watch that after this. I'll have it as the end card screen thing. Something for Wario. Either a new WarioWare or Land. I think a new WarioWare could be the one that finally gets me to buy one of those games. I just really want a game that actually uses the new mouse controls in a cool way. Mario Maker 3 would likely use them as well, if they're smart. So actually no, Mario Maker 3, you're gonna have to use the analog stick. Rhythm Heaven Groove, yeah. A 2D Metroid game. I think there's rumors about a new one or a remake. I'm not entirely sure. Believe it or not, I don't really follow the Metroid news. Sorry. Kirby is always at a Direct in some shape or form. This is another one of those things that I would be more surprised if it didn't happen. Mario Kart World World DLC. It has been over a year since launch with only a handful of small free updates that have mainly added things that should have been there at launch. If it's not time for a huge DLC expansion yet, at least another small thing that should have been there from the start. Like 200cc, please, I need it. I need it so bad. And lastly, Fire Emblem. Yeah, and that was my bingo card for tomorrow's Nintendo Direct. Here's a blank one if you want to make your own, and if you do make your own, post it on my main channel's community section. I'm curious to know everyone's predictions. And comment on this video any wildcard, dream, hopes be as unrealistic as possible. Mine would be a Mario and Luigi Dream Team Remaster remake thing.